All right, welcome once again to a beatzillapdx official news break. And today we're talking about something that we touched on a few days ago with Joy Reid and the particular doctor who was a psychiatrist who suggested that people stay away from their family members who voted for Donald Trump this last election over the holidays. And, that's gotten a lot of responses and feedback. A lot of people feel that that is a bad idea coming from a professional. Me personally, I actually have the position where you should not be separated from your family members based on a political candidate such as this situation is here, because at the end of the day, tomorrow is still coming. So just like Glorilla said, at the end of the day must end. And so now that that day has ended, you still have to carry on with your family members. That is your source of strength and should be your source of community. And it speaks to a lot of people identifying with a fake entity, shall we say. Like, the Democratic Party is not a person. And people say, okay, well, this is a candidate of this party. This candidate I like. I like Donald Trump. I don't like Donald Trump. I want Kamala Harris. Fine. But at the end of the day, you don't know any of these people. And what we are coming to find out is that a lot of the media had a lot to do with skewing the views of people. So the media has a huge responsibility of getting people so emotionally wound up to what you're seeing now, people shaving their hair and doing all these other weird videos. You're setting up your camera to do a flame out video. That these are the things that we are seeing now. And it's a shame, definitely a shame. But, I think people need to see the reality and the truth in it. And so with that, the View actually chimes in on it, and one commentator actually is making a lot of sense, because she, like me, really feels that you should not be separated from your family over your political positions. And I firmly believe that. I don't separate myself from my family members who have different political ideologies with me. Because again, we're talking about, see, people now are trying to convolute morality with politics. And that is more like church and state, but you just remove the church. So to me, that's kind of a slippery slope anyway. But if you really want to get down to morality, then that now comes down to obviously the whoever is the judge of how they are approaching the conversation. But to say that you should separate yourself from your family members because they voted for Donald Trump is a person that is only going to serve one term. Donald Trump doesn't have he doesn't have 50 years ahead of him. So to really be that, I guess, gone on Donald Trump, this is really, it's very telling, and it's really realistically a shame that people would even advise. We've heard the Democrats, these radical left, advise people to be deceptive in their marriages, and now advising people just cut off from your family members and isolate yourselves because you have different ideals. That is ridiculous. So Sunny Hostin is going to go in on and do her Sunny Hostin thing. And immediately the white women are the voice of reason. And then here comes Sunny Hostin to come give some bugged out idea of what she thinks, which maybe she's just losing it and she's going off the deep end with how things have played out. I don't know, but something is not really making sense about her perspective lately. Or she's just lost hold of reality. But anyway, let's hear this first clip.
step away, but it will never be the defining point because toxic personalities don't have political affiliations. It's a personality trait that sucks. And we all are related to people like that. So whatever your reason is, I would never let my politics be the reason I don't show up to see my family.
Now, she makes an excellent point. Just like I said, I'm in agreement with her. I would not, just because our political stances are different, I would not separate myself from family to look at them any kind of way different than myself. Again, because that really gets into something else when you're doing that. And believe it or not, it's very much judgy and judgmental and high-minded at that, because it's putting yourself and say you are the moral authority. Yeah, you can be the moral authority of yourself, but who are you to say that your morals are better than the next person who made a different decision than you did? And again, you feel that you're harming because of your speculation. Well, for Sonny, you know, Sonny been doing it, and a lot of these other people, what they've been doing is all of their speculation on what will happen. We haven't lived through any of that. We definitely didn't live through it the first time around, so it'll be interesting. But nonetheless, let's hear what Sonny's response is on this.
They won't always be there.
I'm going to disagree. I completely understand her point because I really do feel that this candidate, President-elect Trump, is just a different type of candidate. From the things he's said and the things he's done and the things he will do, it's more of a moral issue for me. And I think it's more of a moral issue for other people. We're just, I would say it was different when, let's say, Bush got elected. You know, you may not have agreed with his policies, but you didn't feel like he was a deeply flawed person, deeply flawed by character, deeply flawed in morality.
I think a lot of Dems called him deeply flawed and humanized him.
But you got to admit, they're very different figures. I mean, you know, you voted not only against their families, but against them and against people that they loved. I think it's okay to take a beat.
I don't have to like him to respect.
And there is that high-minded nature of Sonny Hostin. She acts like she must be a doozy around her family members, because let her tell it, she's the most righteous woman to ever walk the face of the earth. If you did something that she doesn't like, well, then it's most definitely because you're wrong. And then when she's saying about voting against her and her family, Sonny, no one's voting against you. Why isn't it that America is voting for themselves? What you're upset at is that they voted their interest, and their interests don't in line with your high standard of morality that you want to hold everybody else to. Not certain that you actually hold it to yourself, but I'm noticing that you are very, very hard pressed to put this onus on everyone else because they're so morally beneath you. And so with Queen Sonny Hostin, you know, the queen of morality, the queen of great judgment, and tells everybody else that, oh, well, you know, you didn't vote for the way I felt that you should have voted, so you voted against me. I mean, the narcissism in that, the level of narcissism in that. All of these people in the country voted against you, Sonny Hostin, and your family and what you believe. Are you kidding? No, if you're out there doing that, family, you are the toxic people. Do not listen to individuals like this. They are not giving you sound advice whatsoever. Sonny Hostin does not know what the hell she is talking about.
Yeah, if it meant not seeing your children? I appreciate the voters, but I will say, somebody who tells me that my child is wrong because of how he or she feels, that tells me that they shouldn't be allowed to be who they are with my permission, I have to question it. I don't want to put my kid in that position.
Exactly.
I don't want to put my gay child in a position where she has to sit with someone who doesn't understand her.
And there's Whoopi to round up the fear mongering over nothing. Again, and you know what's funny with Whoopi Goldberg saying my gay kid this and my gay kid that? You know, it just makes me think of how black folks been treated all of their lives and how little black kids have been treated throughout the school years in these schools. And Whoopi Goldberg doesn't have anything to say about those children. But now we're going to have, I mean, think of the ridicule and shame and all of this targeting and that has happened to black children over the years, the school to prison pipeline, and them putting our kids in special ed and targeting our kids for moreover aggressive punishment. She doesn't have any worries about that, but now she has a feeling or she's worried about how somebody can make their child feel, but didn't give a damn about black folks. That's how you know, woman, these people are full of crap. They're nothing but elitists and high-minded, bougie, extra bougie, talking head, Democratic liberal shills. Speaking for the highest bidder, never speaking up for black America. And, you know, I guess that's to be expected out of these types because Whoopi Goldberg is one of those individuals that tell you to worry about yourself and not about the rest. So this is how she has approached even other black actors and actresses, and that's the information that she'll tell to them. So understanding she's fully conformed to the system and the way things are, she is not willing to be part of the change, but she is willing to only be part of the past. And those people are having a hard time coping and dealing with the truth right now is that your jilted, unmovable stance of delusion is actually what makes your interaction with everybody and your relationships toxic. It is not the other people who said, look at my circumstance. That's the reason why I did what I did. You'll blow them off. You'll call them stupid. You'll call them crazy. And now you are saying they are immoral because they simply did not vote for the immoral, lying, fake black woman, Kamala Harris, who in 3 months raised $1 billion and is now $20 million in debt because her campaign was ran so overtly flawed that she got washed 312 to 226. It's not even close. And so to say that she was qualified, no. To say she was a great speaker, no. To say she ran a great campaign, no. It's obviously in debt. And to say that she would be better financially for this country who has gotten in this financial pinch by way of the sitting administration, which of course involves and includes Kamala Harris, well, America said, no, we need something different. And if you're so worried about your social issues, I would like for you to just don't go to work, worry about social issues. But the fact that you're on TV every day says you have the mind and the wherewithal to know that you have to show up to work to pay your bills. So stop looking to Americans that don't have enough money after going to work, maybe working 2 jobs, to even pay rent. So some of these people are in dire straits, and you guys contribute none to the betterment of their lives. You people are there for entertainment. Stop trying to act like you should be telling people how to morally interact with their blood family and even their adopted family and their community, because that right there is divisive. That is sign of wickedness. And when people say that it's a dictatorship and people are doing this, anybody advising you to break up your household is an enemy of yours. Anybody telling you break up your family connection is an enemy of yours. I can't stress that enough. And so with that being said, I just wanted to chime in on that real quick. because I found this to be utterly disgusting from Sonny Holston and Whoopi Goldberg with their high-minded BS that they'll put on black folks as if they don't understand the plight of black folks. Sonny Holston maybe not, but Whoopi Goldberg definitely does. And so with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button, share this out on your social media, subscribe to this channel if you have not already done so. And if you would like to, you can also join and become a member of this channel. And thank you so much again. Peace, power, blessings, and protection. Be up on everybody tuning in. Stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all. Peace.